Hello everyone, and welcome back, or welcome in if you're new. Today I am going to be doing a review of the newly released book by Cressida titled Secrets of Santa Muerte, a guide to the prayers, spells, rituals, and hexes. I was aware of this book a few months ago, back when it was available for pre-order, and it is now released, and I believe I'm one of the first people to own it, and I purchased it off of Amazon. So this is what the cover looks like. Now this book was actually a very pleasant surprise for me, as I went into it with curiosity but not really any expectations. The book has so much information, and I feel like even though I'm familiar with a lot of practices associated with the veneration of Santa Muerte, I still learned so many new things, so right away I got value out of this. As someone who owns many books about Santa Muerte, this one may be a new favorite of mine, I think. The author really did her research, and it really shows. From the respectful and informed presentation, to the many anecdotes she shares with us of many practitioners and their experiences relating to different types of workings or their personal interactions with Santa Muerte in various different scenarios. Now, the author discusses how she spent, I think, a few years living in Mexico and learning things from various curanderos and practitioners who have been with Santissima for many years, including some who practice in the mountains or even like deep in the jungle away from other people. It's nice getting a glimpse at the insights that these people can bring forth. So the book goes over different practices that are more native to Mexico, as opposed to what's practiced more often in like the United States, for example. So there are many entries about Santa Muerte performing different miracles, as well as several cautionary tales where we get to see Santa Muerte in other ways which she operates, should things come to that. Moments where people break promises to her or disrespect her, and we get to see how she handled those situations, I suppose you could say. There are parts about omens, signs, colors, aspects, and symbolisms associated with Santa Muerte, and I was very impressed with the sections about statue meanings, as she touched on the various statue poses like standing or sitting down, and the author also discussed at length some of the more obscure statue types, which are things that I've hardly heard about online, much less in English language books. So it was pretty refreshing not to see the same general information we see regurgitated here and there. There are a lot of prayers and a good selection of spells and rituals, ranging from spells for fidelity to securing a job, justice working, spell breaking, and prayers to dominate, return a lover, get out of debt, stop envy, protect children and grandchildren, hexing enemies, to become pregnant, and a lot more. I actually found several to be very practical, so I'm probably going to be referring to this book many times over the next several months. There are several rituals to awaken a statue. One for the dressing of a statue, so a ritual for changing the dresses that you would put onto a statue. And interestingly, there's even a ritual for a very serious pact that may not be for the casual devotee. It involves offering blood and a lot of things, and I don't think it's really for everybody. I'm not even sure that it's for me, honestly. But I thought it was interesting and unique that was included in the book. Another thing I found very intriguing is the ritual or rite for ending your relationship with La Santa Muerte if you found that this wasn't the path for you. I have never heard of a formal ritual for this, so I was like, that's new. It's really odd almost for a book that's all about working with her, for there to be a ritual that basically tells you how to stop working with her. which I guess is a fair thing to include, considering there are people who kind of dabble with Santa Muerte, and then when they realize it's not for them, they're kind of not sure how to cut things off. So I guess it makes sense in that context. The sheer amount of information packed into these pages is a testament to the author's thoroughness, and real care went into this book, and at least that's what I feel like whenever I was reading through it. The last thing that I feel bears mentioning is the fact that, thank God, there is an utter lack of gatekeeping. If you've been following my channel for a while, then you already know how I feel about this. All in all, I highly recommend it. I think if a complete beginner or a stranger to Santa Muerte picked this book up, then it would be a good thing. I think they would learn a lot, and they would probably be well on their way to being a pretty, knowledgeable person. It's a good start. And even if they don't want to work with Santa Muerte, at least from reading this book, they'll know to have plenty of respect for La Santa Muerte. If you found this review helpful, then of course, be so kind and drop a like. And if you want more Santa Muerte content, then by all means, subscribe and have yourself a look around on my channel. I reckon you may enjoy that. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.